The book, Be Useful, seven tools for life. I guess you kind of gave away one of them, right, with the headline, Be Useful. Obviously, you can see how these applied to your life, but your point is that it doesn't just apply to someone like you, it can apply to anyone in any walk of life.
Well, that's correct. And I think that you guys probably can relate to a lot of this because, we all hear people always say, I don't know which direction I'm going. I don't know what to do and all that stuff. So my first rule is, to have a vision, a very clear vision. You always have to know exactly where you're going because that's what motivates you. One of the chapters in my book is also don't listen to the naysayers. Have a very good, clear vision and go after it. And the other one is, working your ass off. I mean, there's nothing compared to working your butt off. You got to work, work, work. There's 24 hours a day. The question is, how do you utilize these 24 hours? I think it's so important that we don't kind of like always worry about the failure and get scared of failure because failure is part of life. And the only way you know how far you can go with anything, including lifting weights, is if you're willing to fail. I mean, when someone said to me, he says, Arnold, this is impossible. No one has ever gone into show business and has become a leading man with an accent. Then I said to myself, okay, good. If you think this is my limitation, I will prove to you otherwise. And then sure enough, when they said my body was a limitation, my accent was a limitation, then with Conan the Barbarian, all of a sudden my body was very much required to have the musculature that I had in order to play that character. And when I did Terminator, Jim Cameron said if Arnold wouldn't have had that German accent and talked like a machine, I mean, we would have not been successful with that movie. That's what made it believable. So you have to kind of use those obstacles that everyone says is an obstacle, and they have to use those things to your advantage. There's millions of people out there that need our help, that are less fortunate than we are. And so this is another part of being successful, is to not just personal success, but also to help others, make others more successful. And I think this is what this book, Being Useful, is all about, is to help other people become more successful.